I just want to start off by saying a huge thank you to all those who have supported the channel in any way. It really means a lot to me, and I cannot believe that I'm over 100 subscribers, almost 200 now. So I really appreciate really any of you guys who have liked the video, commented, or subscribed or anything like that. Really appreciate it. So as kind of my 100 subscribers special, I wanted to talk about my top 10 favorite video games of all time and go over each one of them individually. This is just going to be my personal list, so I'd like to know what your top 10 or just some of your favorite games in the comments. So let's go ahead and get started with number 10. Okay, before I actually begin, I did want to say that I made myself one rule when I was going over making this list, and that is that I can only include one game per series. So, I don't know, that way it just made it a little easier for me to actually come up with this list. A lot of these games are neck and neck. I mean, all of them are neck and neck. And so adding whole series of some of my favorite series into the mix, that would have made it pretty hard to compress into just 10 video games. So, yeah, one game per series. Now for real, we're getting started with number 10. Okay, so my number 10 pick is Star Fox 64. This game is the first Star Fox game that I ever played. I originally played it on the Wii U Virtual Console. Really enjoyed it. Really got into Star Fox after that. And yeah, so I picked up this copy. It's actually kind of in rough shape, but you know, it works. And I bought this custom case for it, but yeah, just a great on-the-rails ship shooter that I really enjoy. It's one that I've beat several times. I always go back to this one to revisit. I think it's just a lot of fun on the Nintendo 64. And I really enjoyed it on Wii U Virtual Console, of course, as well, but had to pick up the actual Nintendo 64 copy because I like collecting physical games, and I wanted to collect more games for my Nintendo 64, so yeah, absolutely had to pick it up, and overall, that's why it makes it at number 10. My number 9 choice is Super Smash Bros. Melee. This is one of the first games I had when I first bought my GameCube, and I played it a lot, kind of stopped playing it for a little while, then back in high school, got really back into it. Me and some friends would play this for sometimes hours on end after school. Yeah, my favorite fighting game of all time, one of my favorite GameCube games, just overall a lot of fun. This one is pretty fast-paced at times. I don't know. There's just something super satisfying about the combat in this one, about everything, all the fighting. The character roster is good. Nintendo exclusive, which I really do like that they included characters from non-Nintendo IPs, I guess, in Brawl. But yeah, all Nintendo right here. Super awesome. It's fun to collect the trophies. And overall, just a great game for the GameCube. My number 8 choice is Pokemon Pearl. This wasn't my first Pokemon game I ever played. I originally played Silver. I had a Game Boy Color, and I remember my uncle had a DS at the time. We were really close in age, so we hung out all the time, actually. And I remember being jealous that he had a DS, because, of course, he was playing one of the newer ones, and I had a Game Boy Color. So when I got a 3DS, this was something I was really excited to get. I remember we were at a mall one time, and there was a GameStop there, and I picked up my first copy. I've actually gone through 3 copies of Pokemon Pearl, and yeah, my first copy I traded in for Pokemon Y when that first released. I traded it in at GameStop to get that game, and my second copy was actually also from GameStop. Now, it came in this official case, but it was a bootleg. It was a freaking repro, so and I don't know how I didn't realize it sooner, because so many years later I realized. I was looking at it and it just kind of clicked. Like, this isn't a real, this is not a real copy of the game. I remember the artwork on it was grainy. I say I remember. I still have the cartridge, the fake one, kicking around somewhere. I don't know where, but I got a real cartridge-only copy to put in my case, so Talking more about the game itself, just gosh, I love the DS era of Pokemon. I love the pixel art and the DS soundtracks, of course. This has my favorite Pokemon soundtrack. It's just it's so dang good. You know, like Jubilife City, of course, and Eterna Forest, both really good ones. So yeah, overall, I mean, the story is you know, traditional Pokemon story. Nothing super I was gonna say exciting. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun game. It's got a fun story. But it is just, you know, your typical Pokemon game. But these games really got me into RPGs, and now I've gotten more into Final Fantasy and stuff. But still really love this game. And of course, there was the remaster, remake-ish, more remaster really than anything on the Switch. And that one was, I think it was pretty good. A lot of people give it a bad rap. I think they were hoping it would be kind of like a remake similar to Alpha Sapphire or something. So, you know, when it kind of it's pretty much just the same game exactly, but what it would be like on Switch. So, yeah, you know, your character's short and shrunk and whatever. Anyway, getting off topic here. I really like this game, and that's why I'm rambling off about it, but that's why it makes the number 8 spot. My number 7 pick is Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Yeah, I think if you played this game, you'll kind of understand just how good it is. It's a third-person shooter, but man, it is so well made. Story, gameplay, soundtrack, everything just really comes together and makes it not only a great Transformers game, but just a great game in general. And it's one that's kind of a cult classic, and it's actually holding its price pretty good. Last time I checked on eBay, it's sitting around $40 still, which is pretty crazy. I say still. I mean, I'm sure the price got down to 15, 20-ish at one point, but now that people are going back to 360 and seeing just how good of a game it is, yeah, I mean, gameplay is so smooth and just plays really well up to this day. I mean, this is one game as a kid I would beat and then instantly start over from the beginning and just play again because I enjoyed it that much. Okay, number 6 for me is Breath of the Wild. It was really tough to choose between this and Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not gonna lie. I liked them both a ton, of course, but at the end of the day, I went with Breath of the Wild. I'm not gonna say that I don't think Tears of the Kingdom improves upon this game in a lot of ways. I think it definitely did, and I think it's a great sequel. But for me, at the time, Breath of the Wild was just such a, pun intended, breath of fresh air, I guess. But seriously though, it really got me into the Switch. I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical of the Switch at first because at the time I was just barely getting into my Wii U and discovering more games on there. So when the Switch got announced, I felt kind of gypped that the Wii U didn't have that long a lifespan. I keep looking over there because my Wii U gamepad is right there. So, okay. Anyway, such a great game overall. Just visually, I mean, of course it's running on the Switch, so it's not extreme visuals, but they did such a great job with that cell shading on here that it does look really good in my opinion. And the soundtrack is just beautiful and super relaxing at times. Just overall, such a fun game to explore, and one that, well, yes, Tears of the Kingdom does add so much to what made this game good. At the end of the day, you know, this being the base of that, really, really earns it the spot on this list. My number 5 pick is Sonic Adventure. Such a fun game for me as a kid, blew my mind. Now, this was actually the game that I would show friends when they came over. I'd have to show them this game. We'd play Tony Hawk on Dreamcast, and then I'd be like, "Okay, you have to see Sonic Adventure. It's got this massive open world." Of course, the hub worlds are pretty small, but at the time as a kid, they seemed massive. But when I think Dreamcast, I think of this game. Um, because for me, the Dreamcast has really good deep blue skies, and then the good water, deep blue water as well. Just all that screams Dreamcast to me, and I really like the Dreamcast. But at the end of the day, some people will say that this game hasn't aged the best, and I can definitely agree there. The cutscenes especially, but you know what? I like the cheesiness, and overall, the gameplay is still a lot of fun. I love mastering or trying to master the movement in this one, going back and replaying levels. So, yeah, really like Sonic Adventure. It's been one of my favorite games ever since I played it as a little kid. One of my first games I remember playing and really getting into. Just overall, yeah, some of that isn't a lot of nostalgia why it's on this list, but also I just going back now and playing it, I like it as much, if not more, than I did as a kid because now I'm a lot better at the game. And yeah, it's a pretty short game. You can get through it pretty quick, but lots of replay value here, in my opinion. And that's why it makes my number 5. My number 4 pick is Batman Arkham City. Now, I don't actually have it separate from the Return to Arkham series, or collection, I should say. But overall, Batman Arkham City was so mind-blowing for me because I loved Arkham Asylum, and then seeing all the new villains they added to Arkham City and being a Batman fan, it was just super awesome to see. And overall, it kind of gets criticized sometimes in the combat area because people say you can just mash the button, which yeah you can, but that's not fun. A lot of the fun comes from using different gadgets and whatnot to make combos in your free flow combat. So yeah, in my opinion, there's more to it than just button mashing. In some areas you can get by, but of course if you're on the harder difficulty, if you're just mashing the X button in Xbox situations, then yeah, you're not going to get far. So really mastering that free flow combat is a lot of fun. And then the stealth sections are cool too. But overall, it's got my favorite story of the Arkham series. It's got just a great atmosphere. I will say Arkham Asylum has a better creepy atmosphere in my opinion. Arkham City is still good. It's cool to be in kind of this deserted city. And yeah, just a lot of great villains, fun gameplay, great Batman story, and overall, yeah, I originally played it on 360. But yeah, overall just a great game. That's why it makes it on number 4. Number 3 for me is Metroid Prime. And what can I say? This game is incredible. It's crazy how well they were able to translate the 2D Metroid gameplay style, the Metroidvania, I guess, into a first-person shooter, and just how well it ended up working. This game has insane atmosphere. It's crazy. I remember, even at the time that I played it, at the beginning of the game, you're looking around and you have these raindrops falling on your visor. It's just really immersive in that way. The music just really amplifies that atmosphere as well as you're making your way through the game, going through like jungles and snowy tundra areas. Just such a good game, an amazing first-person shooter, and overall my favorite GameCube game. Actually, spoiler alert, but yeah, the GameCube is my favorite console, but there are 2 other games on this list that make it, even though they're not on my favorite console, but overall, this is definitely one of the reasons why the GameCube is my favorite console, because of just how incredible this game is. And yeah, the Switch remaster is great as well. Definitely recommend checking out either one, really. But man, such a great game, and I'm really glad to have picked it up when I did and have played it. And I beat it a couple times now because of just how much I really enjoyed it. All right, neck and neck for number 1 and 2 here, but for number 2 is Final Fantasy VII. This is the first Final Fantasy game I ever played, and it got me so into Final Fantasy. I had to go and buy as much as I could. I'm still working on my Final Fantasy collection, of course, but overall, yeah, this is what got me into Final Fantasy. Such an incredible JRPG. I love these PlayStation 1 era RPGs like this. They are so, I don't know, there's something about them that just makes them so dang good, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, such a fantastic story, and it's crazy how much they were able to pack into this game, but it's still such a quality experience. It seems like if you try and cram too much into a game, sometimes it'll kind of ruin it because it's kind of overwhelming. But with this game, I mean, there's lots of side stuff you can do and go find different items and whatnot, but overall, such a fantastic game, and it's crazy. There's one point at the game where it just opens up and you're able to explore even more. Just overall, I cannot stress this enough, just how good it is. The remake, I played that on PS4, and I'm looking forward to playing Rebirth as well when I do pick up a PS5 sometime, but man, for me, it's the PlayStation 1 version so far that really, really has me hooked. I really like this game. I say hooked as if I'm still like working on playing through it, but no, I've definitely beat the game and enjoyed every second I had playing it. Yeah, just overall great music, great gameplay. I love that classic turn-based combat. I know some people might not, but for me, I do enjoy it. It's got great battle music too, so I never got sick of that actually. But overall, yeah, I've said it's a great game so many times because it really is, and that's why it's deserving of number 2 on my list. And my number 1 favorite game of all time is Halo 2, and it has been ever since I played it so many years ago. Halo 2, for me, I was already such a big Halo fan, and interestingly enough, this was one of the last ones I played. In fact, I played, I think I even played 5 Guardians before I ever played this one. Yeah, originally played it on the Master Chief Collection, but when I was starting to get into game collecting, picked up this Steelbook copy on original Xbox. Yeah, either way, whether it's Anniversary or this one, just Halo 2 in general is my favorite game. It blew my mind at the time because I didn't know anything about it. Actually, I hadn't seen any gameplay. I didn't know anything about Halo 2, really, when I first played it. I mean, I might have seen my dad play a little bit. I think that Arbiter mission where you're going after the heretic, but yeah. When I played it for myself, it's just crazy how you go back and forth between the human and Covenant. You get to see both sides, and Master Chief is so awesome in this game. He does so many awesome things. He's got so many great one-liners, and overall, just an epic game. A lot of people say, it took a more linear approach as opposed to Combat Evolved, but you know what? The story is just so dang good, and I don't mind it being more linear compared to Combat Evolved. I'm not gonna lie, I did get lost in Combat Evolved when I first played that one, but man, Halo 2, I love the multiplayer. Gosh, just such a great game, really. And that's why it's my number 1 favorite game of all time. And that wraps it up. So yeah, my top 10 favorite games right there. Not right there. This is my number 1 favorite game. What am I even saying? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers and really any support in any way. Even just being a like and a comment really means a lot to me. And I'm really looking forward to making more videos in the future. Now, my top 10 list may change, so I may do updates on that in the next upcoming years, but yeah, as of right now, that's what it is, and I would love to hear your top 10 down in the comments, or just some of your favorite games. I love reading the comments, so yeah, share that with me. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.